Hi, I'm Lewis from Pickleball Pursuit, and today I'll show you how Just Paddles is replacing subjective paddle reviews with a repeatable, objective, and scientific approach. The result? Cold hard data to help evaluate paddles in a brand new way. Welcome to the Paddle Lab. Here, every paddle that comes through the doors at Just Paddles goes through rigorous testing.
They're not testing for certification. They're testing to capture the performance data that helps players like you find the perfect paddle for your game.
Each one gets tested the exact same way, using the same type of pickleball for every test to ensure consistency. And after a ball has been used for 80 shots, it gets replaced. This lab is equipped with cutting-edge technology to measure 6 key performance characteristics: exit velocity, swing weight, spin rate, twist weight, consistency, and balance point. Let's dive into what each one of these metrics means and how each gets tested. First up, exit velocity. Exit velocity is the speed at which the ball leaves your paddle after contact. Higher numbers means more power potential, while lower numbers indicate more control. Here they test exit velocity by firing a pickleball from a cannon at 60 miles per hour, simulating an inbound speed of 40 miles per hour plus a swing speed of 25 miles per hour. They fire the cannon at multiple points along the paddle's face, measuring the ball's exit speed at each point. Then they calculate the paddle's power rating by averaging the top 25% of these measurements. The result? An accurate representation of the paddle's true exit velocity and power potential. Players who favor powerful shots will gravitate toward higher exit velocity paddles, while those who prefer precision may opt for lower exit velocity paddles. Next, let's look at how they test swing weight. Swing weight tells you how heavy a paddle feels during play. A heavier paddle feels more stable and powerful, while a lighter one offers increased maneuverability. They measure swing weight using a pendulum fixture that follows the ASTM F2398 standard to calculate the period of the pendulum and weight properties. This indicates to players how heavy the paddle feels during actual play, with higher values signifying a paddle that requires more effort to swing, but may deliver more power. In contrast, players who prefer increased maneuverability tend to opt for lighter swing weights. Next up, spin rate. Spin rate is a measurement of how much spin a paddle puts on the ball, and it's measured in RPMs, or rotations per minute. Higher spin rate paddles mean more spin, which can create challenging shots for opponents to return. They use high-speed cameras to measure a paddle's ability to generate spin. They launch a pickleball at a paddle mounted at a 45-degree angle, and then analyze the rebound angle to calculate the RPM measurements. These tests evaluate both sides of the paddle multiple times to ensure accuracy and consistency. The next paddle characteristic they evaluate is twist weight. Twist weight measures the stability of your paddle when you strike the ball off center. A higher twist weight paddle resists rotation on off-center strikes, while lower twist weight paddles may rotate more but also provide greater maneuverability. They use a spring-loaded oscillating fixture to measure the frequency at which the paddle oscillates when twisted. This measurement indicates how stable the paddle remains during off-center impacts, with higher twist weight values reflecting better resistance to twisting and therefore more forgiveness for less than perfect ball hits. Newer players may opt for this extra forgiveness, while veteran players may opt for precision. The fifth characteristic in this testing procedure is consistency. Consistency is how well a paddle performs across its entire surface. More consistent paddles can provide predictable shots regardless of where you strike the ball. To measure the consistency of a paddle, they analyze the variation in exit velocity across multiple points on the paddle face. Next, they create a performance curve and calculate the standard deviation of these measurements. A lower standard deviation indicates a flatter curve and more consistent performance, whereas a higher standard deviation shows more variability in performance across the paddle's face. Consistent performance of the paddle is crucial for players of all skill levels. The last metric that they evaluate is a paddle's balance point. Balance point determines the weight distribution in a paddle. A higher balance point results in a head-heavy paddle, providing more power, while a lower balance point yields a head-light feeling and greater maneuverability. They measure the static weight of the paddle at 2 inches and 10 inches to determine how the weight is distributed along the paddle. This reveals the precise location where the paddle will balance on a pivot, assisting players in understanding whether the paddle is head heavy, handle heavy, or evenly balanced for optimal control and power. As you can see, they deep dive into the science of performance here at the Paddle Lab. The result is data-driven insights to help players of all types and skill levels find the perfect paddle for their game. So if you want to break through the marketing hype and subjectivity of personal reviews, look no further than Just Paddles, where they're bringing science to your game. Just Paddles, from click to court.